Welcome back, everybody, to the Sundays podcast.
I'm Megan, giving you a very slow intro.
And I'm Haley, giving you nothing.
Go, girl, give us nothing. Okay,
That is what I'm best
I
at.
would like to start off this week by saying I feel vindicated this week. Would you like to know why?
Absolutely, I would.
My favorite podcast besides our own, the My Brother, and Me podcast, recently did a bit for Valentine's Day. And I think it was Valentine's Day, they did a little bit where one of the brothers went over some songs and they had to tap out if they thought it was the best song on that list. And as they were getting to the last song, one of them says, Bon John Bovey. He misspoke the same way I did when saying old John Bovey's name. John Bovey? Bon Jovi. I still said it wrong. John Bon Jovi's name.
Oh my goodness, that's so great.
John Bon John Bovey. That's how he said it, and I just feel vindicated this week. I have made that mistake, and it's a funny mistake, and they reacted the same way me and my sister did when I did it. But I just feel vindicated this week because of that.
I genuinely think that's so funny.
It is
because I don't think I swear I've heard other people do it. It's just I can't think of anybody that I've actually know of other than you. So I'm glad there's at least one other person that we can confirm has said it that way.
It is very funny. And I was at work listening to it and I cackled. I was like almost crying laughing. Because it's just like a personal thing at this point. I'm laughing because of personal reasons. So I'm glad to hear.
Oh yeah, no one should be laughing more than you at that.
I know. I literally, and I kept saying like John Bovey. Because anyway, no way sounds right anymore. I made the mistake when I'm trying to say it right, and I'm like, it's just, I don't even know. I say it right when I'm trying to say it the wrong way, but it's just such a funny little mistake you can make.
It is. I do love that.
It's great. How about you, Haley? Do you feel vindicated this week?
I wouldn't say vindicated. I do feel, for the most part, I feel a sense of ease this week. You know, Monday was a really good day for me. I hit my, I mean, they're my low-end goals, but I hit my low-end goals at work.
That's good.
And I got, as I told you, but for the audience at home that may not be privy to this information, I recently got a job offer for a job that I've now interviewed for 3 times.
Which is crazy. But, yay! Wait.
So, I'll be going to do my drug test for that tomorrow.
I was gonna do the clapping, but then you said drug test, and I just wanted to put the gasp there.
Thank you. I think that fits it so much better. But you know, like you go, I wish I didn't have to go fucking in the morning, take time out of my day to go pee in a cup just to prove that I could work somewhere and be drug-free.
I'm so glad.
To be fair, I don't think you get drug tested in most food service jobs.
Because most cooks are drug addicts. Except for me.
Yes.
Of course.
Not yet, anyway.
Not yet, and I hope to get out of there before that does become the situation.
I will tell you, 100% though, I was outside the other night, like, taking the garbage and the recycling out, and the air was nice and crisp, and my only thought was, a cigarette would be so good. That's
what I'm saying. Okay. Because what I used...
We don't condone cigarette smoking. It is bad for you. It's yucky. It smells gross. It's terrible for your health.
But if you're like me and you can just stop cold turkey or hot turkey as a TikTok I saw, you could start hot turkey.
No. Yes. Start hot turkey, quit cold turkey.
If you're like me, you can start hot turkey and quit cold turkey. You're living in gold.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Because, like, at my job, you get smoke breaks. I personally don't smoke, but when we're busy, they'll, like, offer me one. I'll be like, whatever. Okay. But then I'm like, there's nothing. And during the winter, I don't go out.
It's crazy because I've contemplated if I do start this new job, asking what their policy is on smoke breaks, and then so I could just go outside for a couple minutes.
Because, like, there's no reason that you should be able to get, like, like, you're getting rewarded for smoking. How?
Yeah, no, absolutely
You
not.
should...
I mean, I will say there are some days that I take bathroom breaks the way that a cigarette addict takes smoke breaks.
Fair.
So
I do too, to be honest.
I'm just hydrated.
But that's me, because I drink, like, because when we're slow, I have nothing to do. So I'm basically sitting there on my phone, drinking, like, about a gallon of water every 2 hours.
You're just slurping it down.
And on occasion, I have, like, cranberry juice, what makes it even worse. Makes it even worse.
Oh my gosh, I could drink a straight up bottle of cranberry juice.
I love cranberry juice.
Any time of day.
And I've been mixing it with lemonade to get, like, a cranberry lemonade. Oh, it's delicious.
I love that. I love most of the Ocean Spray cranberry juices where they're mixed with something.
Yes.
Love the cran apple.
Yes.
Love the white cranberry strawberry. Love the cranberry
The white
peach.
cranberry strawberry is the one they use to make that dupe of the pink drink. And delicious. Delicious.
Yes. She slays the house down. Boots, queen, pussy, girl, whatever.
Pussy girl. I wish I could make that the title, but I know I cannot. That's so sad.
No, you can't.
That's so sad.
But that's okay.
I will be putting it in the description, so.
It could be the title in our hearts.
It is. And I'm so sad. Speaking of doing things, not the podcast. We're doing the podcast, the stream. I've been streaming, and I actually have people watching me. It's so exciting.
Yeah, Megan's doing 99% of the work for the podcast.
I'm slaying. I'm serving. I'm bored. I have ADHD. I hyperfixate.
She's social media managing.
I am.
Oh, you're networking.
I am networking. I can't wait for you to have your setup.
Branching out.
I can't wait for you to have your setup so we can play together. But right now, if anyone's interested, I am just playing Nancy Drew games. And the Nancy Drew community has found me. It really was the right place at the right time when I got raided the one night. Because the girl was literally like, there's a girl playing the old clock, or Secret of the Old Clock. And we need to go raid her. Because she was like, she was like, it's going to be so relaxing. She was playing the Nancy Drew games in order from release. And she was like, you know how relaxing it's going to be when I get to the old clock? And I just happened to be in the right place at the right time. So that was amazing. My God. And now I have eight followers, 2 of which are very active in my chat. So thank you to them.
Ooh. I hope they're listening. I hope they're tuning in and they like what they hear.
I hope so too. It's very exciting. I think my headphones just unplugged.
Uh-oh. She disconnected from the Matrix.
I did.
Everybody.
But yeah, it's exciting. I'm very excited to. Especially because I was like branding the stream channel differently, and I was like, I just want that like digital like bullshit thing going on that like streamers have, and I like it. I like having a different brand from the podcast. Like the podcast is like, this is just us. This is all natural. And then the other one's like, this is the gaming bullshit channel.
Yeah. Our goal, guys, is to be like a 2014 YouTuber. We will be releasing a book. We will be creating
at this rate
3 more YouTube channels.
I am working on a manuscript. It might not be the book. If you want to know what I'm doing fucking everything. I think it's because my brain is just like in hyperactivity mode, where I just want to do.
Oh, the burnout's gonna be so bad.
It is, but I've been going for like 4 or 5 months. It can't be bad.
Yeah,
so I'll be fine.
Specifically with the podcast, you've been doing very well.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I've been trying to...
And crochet.
Yes, I've been crocheting.
You've been crochet mode.
And I've been reading. I've just been doing everything. It feels like I'm in COVID again, where I just did everything.
Dude. I don't want COVID again, like in the sickness and people dying way, but I do want COVID again in the way for being home and having hobbies.
Yes, I loved being in quarantine. Obviously not because of the sickness, but because I was the best form of myself. I learned that working truly brings me down into the dumps. Like, I just...
Yeah, I mean, working is bad for the soul. I wish I wasn't so depressed during the quarantine, but that's just because I broke up with who right before it happened, and then I spent
what
about $600 on my credit card on Gardenscapes.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had nothing to be sad about. But I am sad for you that you lost all that time that you could have been fucking thriving. I mourn the you that could have been.
I did grow. I didn't participate in the sourdough because I don't want a bread starter that's alive. That's weird.
No, I love it.
Makes me uncomfortable.
I would love to make a bread starter, but I don't know how, and therefore I will not do it.
Yeah, and they I've seen videos of it escaping its container.
Yeah, because it's just like air.
It's alive.
Yeah, it's just
I don't
growing.
like it.
I like it.
But
because it's yeast.
I was making bread, I was making bagels, I made pretzels, I made pizza dough. I was doing other things.
Yes, you were in your baking mode.
I made croissants.
Yes. You made a lot of stuff. Speaking of which, could you make me those apple pie cookies? I'm asking live on air. I've been thinking about them.
Guys, I have written my own cookie recipe. I'm not sharing it with anybody. I'm keeping it.
I am an addict for apple pie. So I've been eating everything with apples in it. I have apple cinnamon, what are they? Apple cinnamon rolls. And I have apple cupcakes. I've been eating everything with apples and cinnamon. If it has apple and cinnamon, I want it. And I've just been thinking about those cookies. They were so good.
I love apple and cinnamon. I just love cinnamon and cinnamon, sugar, and really fruit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got to be a certain kind of fruit, but like apples, I made an apple crisp not too long ago. Got some great vanilla ice cream, and then the next morning warmed it up again and put it over some waffles.
I love that. That's amazing.
Oh, so good.
Because I also like apple
Speaking
dumplings.
of cinnamon, oh wait, never mind.
No, go ahead.
Apple dumplings?
I love apple dumplings.
So fucking good. I love getting them at the Bloomsburg Fair.
Yes.
No, I was just gonna say, speaking of cinnamon, have you tried anything from the newest portion of Dunkin's menu?
No, because our Dunkin's closed.
It's closed?
Yeah, it's gonna open back the 25th, but they hit a carbon monoxide thing, so the carbon monoxide sensors were going off. Yeah, they're remodeling. And also, I don't go to Dunkin' anymore.
That's honestly so good for you.
I know.
If I could get myself up I don't even go for the coffee anymore. I literally am going for, just to get breakfast.
Yeah, I don't even do, I eat, what do I eat? I have, the applesauce pouches, again, with the apple and the cinnamon. Applesauce pouches, and, I have a banana. And that is kind of it in the morning for me. Every once in a while I'll have French toast, but I make me and Taylor make a big gallon of cold brew. So all you have to do is do it once or twice a week, depending, probably for you once a week because you are the only one drinking it. But for us it's twice a week. And it's really easy actually. So if you ever want to make cold brew for yourself, I'm telling you, get some medium roast or dark roast or whatever and go wild. It's actually really easy.
Yeah. No, I will. It's just with everything going on recently.
Oh yeah, not right now, but
and my Keurig broke.
Aw, poor Keurig.
And then I don't even know what happened. It just stopped turning on one day, and I was like, okay. And then I was pretty bummed about it, and I don't know if I told you this. Yeah, it broke, and then I think like 4 or 5 days later, it wasn't a full calendar week, but I came home and there was a new Keurig on the counter because Dave went out and he bought me a new Keurig.
Aww, that's nice of him.
Yeah, he's very sweet.
Sweet boy.
Yeah.
Keurig.
So I've been, what is it, when I make my coffee, because on my days off, or the mornings that I do get up in time to make my breakfast, because I am a big breakfast girly, like, if I don't get a decent sized breakfast, I'm I'm hungry by 9 a.m., and then I just feel so bitchy.
My problem is
But,
that I work at a restaurant and I snack all the time to the point where I'm full. Like I'll just be eating chips or fries, or I'll have like a burger at some point during the day or something like that, and I can't eat breakfast because I feel so full all the time.
that's so fair. But no, I've been, like, I, my favorite breakfast, genuinely, is avocado toast with, like, a fried egg on top.
That is good though.
I'm
That is good.
I have to stand with the millennials on avocado toast.
It's pretty good when it's done right. I'm getting a call from my asshole sister. Hello, asshole sister.
I think they gave Hope speed.
Oh no, I'm recording right now.
Sorry.
You're good. They gave her speed. They gave her mac and cheese, and mac and cheese makes her a little wild. I thought she was
Me
crying.
too.
No, she's cackling.
Yeah, that sounded like a maniacal laugh.
She's maniacally laughing. I love that for
Dude,
her.
mac and cheese has the same effect on me.
It does.
I had such a fucking craving the other day for just Kraft mac and cheese.
Kraft mac is fucking good. I've been eating Panera Mac because my mom's been buying it for the child, the crazy child. And I just love Panera Mac and cheese, man. I can't.
It's so good. Their cream of chicken and wild rice soup is one of my favorites.
That sounds so good. I'm making buffalo chicken soup soon.
Ooh, I made buffalo chicken mac and cheese not too long ago, and that was super good.
Okay, going back to eggs, because I have a new coworker, as I think I told you. She
I think
she started
the one that was hired for one portion of the day.
Yes.
Even though she said she couldn't work that portion of the day.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Well, when I came in on Monday, Monday, she had on the list hard-boiled eggs crossed out. So I was like, okay, I looked in, I saw the hard-boiled eggs. I go to make egg salad. The eggs are burnt, cracked open. And I was telling my other coworker about this. I was like, hey, could you go look at the hard-boiled eggs and tell me what's wrong with them, actually? Could you tell me what's up with them? And he was like, she microwaves them.
What?
She told him that she microwaves to hard-boil eggs.
Now, don't get me wrong, I myself have never made hard-boiled eggs, but I've been in many a home.
They're very easy.
You don't microwave them.
No.
You just boil the eggs.
No. So he told me, he's like, I am never, because he saw them too, and he was like, I am not letting her do that ever again. He was like,
why would you think you could microwave eggs?
In a restaurant? Mind you, this woman has restaurant experience. She microwaved them. And they were burnt. Like, they were cracked open. It was going into where the actual, like, the whites technically would be. Like, it was burnt. And he was like, I am never letting her do hard-boiled eggs again, actually. It doesn't take that much longer to put them on the stove.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, and I have to wake up now at 7:30 in the morning on Tuesdays. Because I have to be into work at 9 o'clock in the morning. Because this woman can only work from open to 9:30, but I get to leave at 6:30 instead of 8 o'clock. Because she said she'll come in. Which is pretty nice. I get to leave a little early. I get to skip my least favorite part of the night. So, I mean, I guess it's a lose-win. I have to wake up so fucking early in the morning. but I get to leave, so that's fine.
Oh my gosh. That's no, for those of you that might be saying 7:30 is not that early. Megan has always worked what would be considered night
It is
shift
night
at her
shift,
job, closing
yes.
shift.
And I just
So she's not a morning shift girly.
No, I'm not. And they had asked me if I would, and I said, "Why don't you ask the person that you hired to do morning shift to do morning shift?" And they were like, "Well, she can't." Well, that's not my problem.
Yeah.
And they wanted to give her my Mondays, and I said, "Go fuck yourself." I will keep my Mondays, actually. Thank you for asking. But
yeah,
I don't understand my job, and I hope that when I get my driver's license, which my driver's test got moved to 2 weeks from now, next 2 weeks Thursday at 8 o'clock in the morning.
That is unfortunate.
That is unfortunate, but I will go through with it. But they pick you up and they drop you off, and that's all that I can ask for.
Yeah, that's really cool that they do that.
It is really
Is
cool.
it like a lot of money?
It was like $464 for 6 hours. So it's not too expensive.
Oh, that's not bad.
That's not too expensive at all. They don't administer the test, which I wish they did, so I didn't have to go to the DMV and fail and cry. But the only place that administered the test was like in Wilkes-Barre, and it was $100 more, and they don't pick up. So I was like, okay, well, you win some, you lose some. I'd rather pay for whatever than 500 something.
Yeah, oh my god. And honestly, who wants to go to Wilkes-Barre?
Nobody. But also this driving school makes you drive in the city. So good
luck.
Thanks, I need it. Okay.
Listen, I think you'll be fine.
I will be. I'll be okay. I hope this Chris dude is okay with an anxious driver. They said they do teach anxious drivers, so I should be fine.
Yeah, you should be okay.
Now,
they should be prepared.
We have a kind of a bit today. You said you wanted to do you want to introduce it?
I have a few things that I'm bringing to the table
today. It's a Haley episode today.
It's the spotlight's on me. So I hate that I didn't save the TikTok that made me think of this topic and wanting to talk about it and bare my soul a little bit to you guys. But there was a TikTok I saw relating to weird things that you did as a child. And it just made me remember this very specific thing that I used to do as a kid. So I wanted to bring it to the podcast and let my best friend know something about me that she doesn't know.
I love learning new things about Haley.
Maybe something that nobody needs to know about me, but
no, everyone needs to know. This is a podcast. We air everything out.
So true, bestie. But yeah, like when you're a kid and you're still going through the motions of learning how to be a person and what life is about, you do some weird things sometimes.
That's right. I don't know what my weird thing was because I kind of blacked out my childhood. Like, I don't remember
trauma
much.
Response.
It is a trauma response. The only thing I remember, I'll just go ahead and say, I used to hide a lot, but like for no reason. I would literally like throw a blanket over me and like crisscross applesauce and lean down, so where I'm like laying flat, and no one would be able to find me. That is the only.
You were just a hide and seek champion, but nobody would enroll you in a contest. Oh my god!
My mom the one time almost called the cops because she couldn't find me, and then I was like, "Hey, I'm right here." Actually, I was in the laundry room hiding under a blanket, crisscross applesauce, leaning down, flat.
You were the original Flat Stanley.
I was. I was extremely flexible as a kid, but I guess aren't we all truly? And that's when we're at our most I was gonna say buoyant. That's not it.
It's when you're
elastic.
Well, you're always buoyant. It's when you're the most pliable.
You are the most pliable as a kid.
Yeah, that I don't know if that's weird. It's definitely
It's weird. A little bit.
It's not okay for your from your parents' perspective because oh my god, your child just disappeared.
I did a disappearing act on my parents.
Call
me Houdini.
Thing that Harry Houdini. But no, this thing that I used to do, and I pray to God that my coworkers don't listen to this episode. Because, spoiler alert, guys, my coworkers pressured me into telling them what my podcast is, because they're a bunch of schmucks.
Schmucks. We don't like them.
Kidding,
actually,
if they're listening,
nope, I'm not. I don't like you.
Well, you heard it here first, folks. But, no, so this weird thing I used to do, like, I've always been a bath girl. I love to just soak.
Fair.
And when I was old enough to bathe by myself, but also still young enough that anything I did as a kid was just okay, it was excusable because you're a child, I would sit in the tub and I would pretend that I was a giant space lady and I had just been knocked down into like a lake or the ocean from space. Like I landed on the Earth, and on the rim of the tub,
you were Godzilla.
No. Because I remember this very vividly. I was not a lizard. I was a giant space lady, and the reason that I got hit down onto Earth and was now laying in a puddle of water was because me and a space friend were playing tennis, and they threw their racket at me.
I love
and
the
it
lore.
knocked me off.
I want a video game based off this. We should make a video game. Next, we're making a video game, and it's gonna be about a space.
We've been planning on making a video game for years.
I know, and it will never come to fruition because I just cannot figure out coding for the life of me. I tried coding.
It's okay,
but that's too fucking difficult, man. I could steal other people's coding, which is not stealing. They put it up on public forums.
Ow, sorry.
It's okay. But, I could do that, but I'm just like, God, how does one function? Video gaming. How do you look at coding and go, I understand that? Because I can't. I would have to go to college and, like, because that's the only way I can focus, is, like, when I'm in a classroom.
Yeah.
But.
And you don't want to go to school with a bunch of computer nerds.
I don't. And, like, computer science is, like, such an under-needed degree right now. That it's not worth it. I would go into graphic design. That sounds like something up my alley, and I could, like, minor in computer science. That's your passion? Graphic design is my passion, as we've seen from everything I've made ever. But I just I'd love to make a video game of anything we said. Specifically our Trek Across America one.
Yes, our Trek Across Apocalyptic America.
Yes.
Post-apocalyptic America.
Yes, I would love to do that.
I still would too, and I guess now my fucking childhood giant tennis woman
is gonna be a video. She's gonna be here. She's gonna be in the game.
I don't even know why it was specifically tennis, because I never played tennis. I had no interest in tennis. You
probably watched, like, a Cartoon Network show. And there was tennis.
Maybe.
That's potentially it.
But it was, I shit you not, it was every time I got in the bath. And then I would pretend that there were little earthlings, little people, all around the edge of the tub, except that was the beach. And I would be talking to them out loud.
Love that. I love that.
And I wonder if my mother ever heard me.
You were imaginative.
I was such an imaginative kid.
I, on the other hand,
my brain was always spinning.
Like I said, I can't remember much what I did. The only thing is I remember was at my grandparents' house, and I would play cops and robbers. And that's about it.
I love playing cops and robbers. I just remembered another thing that I used to do. I did a lot of weird things when I was in the shower or in the bath.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't say this one on the podcast. I actually need to erase that from my personal hard drive. I can't believe I just remembered that.
That's so fair.
Oh.
I think the only thing I ever did. Apparently, my niece is now miming. She's a mime.
Miming?
Yep, miming. She's a mime.
Oh my god, she wants to be French so bad.
I was looking at puppets the other day, and I want a puppet version of me. I want a puppet version of me so bad.
I think you just want to be a Muppet.
I do. I do want to be a Muppet, but I just feel like it'd be so cathartic to have a little puppet version of me that could tell off everyone.
Honestly, so fair. I think I'd like to have a little puppet version of me, but I'm afraid that I'd want to beat it up.
But that's also...
I would be talking to myself.
Yeah. But
except there would be a physical being there
could
for
you
me to
imagine?
talk to.
Like, someone walks in on you and you're just having a conversation with a puppet. Oh my God.
I have been walked in on doing too many embarrassing things in my life by myself. And for any of you that might have dirty minds, none of them were sexual. All of them were like me being a giant space lady in the bathtub. They're all just weird things. I'm weird.
I'm different.
I'm weird. I'm a weirdo.
Have you ever seen me without this stupid hat?
I don't fit in.
Don't fit in.
Oh, you will never know the epic highs and lows of high school football.
Can I name this episode Giant Space Lady in the Bathtub?
Yeah, I'll give you permission for that.
I figured I'd ask first. I'm writing that one down so I don't forget.
Oh.
But okay, are you ready?
Am I ready?
Are you ready?
Ready? What? A bit.
This is... I have no name for it because I couldn't think of anything. Letterboxd review. I have for you 3 movies, each containing 3 Letterboxd reviews of varying rating.
Okay.
And you have to guess the movie. You could guess the movie from the reviews, but I also have multiple choice.
I love that you give me options. You're such a good teacher.
I am. Okay. First 3 reviews. So many wonderful upper man thighs and so many tears. 4 stars.
Okay.
Parental trauma, final boss. 3.5 stars.
Oh, no.
The real curse was the patriarchy all along. No review. Now, our options. Lisa Frankenstein, starring Katherine Newton and Cole Sprouse. The Iron Claw, featuring Zac Efron and Jeremy Allen White. And One Day, starring Ambika Maud and Leo Woodall.
Do you know what really sucks?
What?
I don't know any of these movies.
You don't know? You haven't even heard of them? Like, the names?
They sound vaguely familiar.
Well, most of them just came
like
out.
if it's...
These are, like, new movies.
Okay,
We have The Iron Claw, One Day, and Lisa Frankenstein.
I don't think it could be Lisa Frankenstein with the thigh comment. But then I guess you would probably see more women's thighs than men's thighs in movies. I feel like. But something's just drawn me towards Jeremy Allen White and whatever movie you said he was in, The Claw,
The Iron
right?
Claw? Is that what you're going with?
Yeah.
You got it right! Woo!
Oh, I'm so good at vibes.
Next 3 reviews. Normalize leading men having no lines. 3 stars. Fuck a meet cute. I want a home invasion to lovers trope. 5 stars. I'm sure this will be huge for middle schoolers everywhere. 2 stars. And our choices are Madam Web with Dakota Johnson, Bottoms with Rachel Sennett and Ayo Edebiri, and again, Lisa Frankenstein, Catherine Newton, Cole Sprouse.
Okay.
So we have a leading man with no lines. Someone wants, because of this movie, a home invasion to lovers trope. And something middle schoolers are going to love.
Okay, I don't think it's Madam Web. I mean, maybe it could be. I've heard that movie's garbage.
It is bad in a funny way.
I don't even know what Lisa Frankenstein's about. I know I've seen, like, promo posters. What was this middle one again?
Bottoms with Rachel Sennett and Ayo Edebiri.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Lisa.
Woo!
Oh my goodness.
You did it. Again.
I'm so smart.
And last one. I feel like this one is either going to be the hardest one or the easiest one, depending on how you read into it.
Okay.
But it could be very hard because it's very vague. Most of these are.
Okay.
Look, I came to watch hot people fuck and fight, and I got what I wanted. 4.5 stars. Cheapest lobotomy you'll ever have. 2.5 stars. A gay person curated the soundtrack. 2.5 stars. Now, our options are Bottoms, Rachel Sennett and Ayo Edebiri. Past Lives with Greta Lee and Tao Yu. And Anyone But You with Sydney Sweeney and Glenn Powell. See, this one I feel like, depending on the angle you go with, it could be very difficult.
Okay. Okay. What's crazy is that I had a feeling as soon as you introduced what the topic or what the bit was going to be, that the Sydney Sweeney movie was going to be involved in this somehow. So I feel like I have to go with my initial gut feeling and say that it's that movie. Because I know I've seen...
You got them all right! Yay!
I'm so good. Listen, do you see what happens when I listen to my gut?
Listen to your gut more, Haley. And that was...
She proves me right all the time.
That was Letterboxd Review Challenge. I like that one.
I liked that too. I liked it specifically because I was right. And I haven't seen any of those movies. Oh my god, the fucking... So I'm at Dave's setup right now, as you, Megan, may know, but the viewers at home may not. And he doesn't have a desk. He has a racing sim set up, and the seat is so uncomfortable. I don't know if you've ever been in a race car seat, but it hugs your thighs so heavy, and they're so stiff, and I hate this chair.
That is so bad. Why? How could you sit in that for... What do we got going?
I have Love is Blind.
Oh, yes.
That was the big thing. Also, my daydreaming thing that I said earlier, but
yes,
we could always save that if we have to.
Okay.
I did want to ask you if you have heard this. It's a new-ish country song. She's a newer country artist. Her name's Dasha.
I told you about this last week.
Did you, Austin?
Yes. I bet you did.
Okay.
Yep.
I knew it felt familiar,
Yes.
but I did not remember at all.
Yep, that is the one I told you about.
It's been all over my For You page.
Yes.
I love the song.
It's a good song.
I go in the comments every single time her video pops up, and there's so many people being like, "This isn't country. This isn't country.
Who cares?
The song's good, but it's not country." And it's like,
you're the same people who like Morgan Wallen. He is also not country.
I'm sorry. She says boots, she says whiskey, she says Austin, she says truck. That's all you need for a country song.
She has a country accent whether she's putting a fake one on or not.
Yeah. And she films a lot of her videos on a farm.
Yeah.
So who cares?
She's doing all the
Luke
work.
Bryan isn't a fucking Southern boy.
That
but he
is
makes
literally
country
what I
music.
was about to say. Luke Bryan is not a country boy. And he would like to consider himself. But I do not care if this person's not country. I don't care.
Because they're country to me.
As long as they put on that Southern accent, put on the cute little country clothes, and sing to me a little ditty about whiskey farm boots, beer, I don't care.
Yes.
Like,
another song that I heard, though, that if you don't know it, I would definitely recommend listening to it, is Pick Up Your Feelings by Jasmine Sullivan.
I don't know it, so I will put it in my Spotify.
Yeah, that's been my song of the week. But Love is Blind. Are you prepared?
I am. I'm ready.
So, I didn't even know that a season 6 was out because I could not physically make it through the first episode of season 5. So then I just stopped watching. But on TikTok, I saw a video talking about Love is Blind season 6, and I was like, okay, I'll see it. And there is this one couple who it's Jimmy and Chelsea. And I do not like Jimmy. I don't like most of the men on the show in much every season.
I just feel like that's most dating shows. Like, the men are just kind of...
questionable. I will say there is one man on season 6 that I root for 100%, and we will get to him.
Ooh. Okay,
but,
okay.
Have you seen anything on TikTok about this? I feel like I asked you.
I have not
seen
anything. Like, nothing at all.
Okay. So, as you know, Love is Blind is a dating show. It's a marriage show. And the whole point of the show is that you're dating, but you don't know what each other looks like. You're in the pods, as they say. And the only way that you see the person that you're dating is if you propose to them with the intent to marry them after dating for a week, by the way. It's 5 days.
Insanity, but...
most of the people range from, like, their early 20s to their late 30s. They're all typically conventionally attractive because these shows, as much as they want to say, like, oh, we're a social experiment, we want to prove that love is blind, you're never going to see a fat person on the show. You're never going to see what most people would consider an ugly person on the show. Like, if you're not like part of the beauty standard, you're not going to see those people. The biggest plus size woman they had, I think, might have been a size 14. But
yeah,
regardless. So,
no inclusion.
The big controversy, absolutely not. The big controversy with season 6, though, that was all over TikTok, is Chelsea, in the pod, asked Jimmy if he had ever been told that he looked like a celebrity, and he said yes, but he never said what celebrity. I don't think he looks like any celebrity, to be honest.
Okay.
But Chelsea, who is a flight attendant, has been told by people on her flights, or at least this is what she says, that people have told her she looks like Megan Fox. I see it in her face.
Okay.
She doesn't see it. She thinks it's just because she has dark hair and blue eyes.
Okay.
But I see it. Most people who have seen the show now see it. Like, they're on her side. At least most of the people that I have seen.
Mm-hmm.
So Jimmy was dating Chelsea and this other girl, Jess. Now, Jess, I have no complaints about. Going into the season, though, some commenters that I saw on TikTok made her seem like a villain. I don't think there's any women villains so far. I'm only on episode 4. But Jess, she has a child from a previous relationship. She has a 10-year-old daughter.
Mm-hmm.
She said this to Jimmy on maybe I believe it was their 3rd or 4th date. Jimmy did not react well.
Of course, men don't because they're
Um,
assholes.
and he was basically like, "Oh, why didn't you lead with that? Why didn't you tell me sooner? Why didn't we talk about this
Oh my
sooner?"
god.
And she was like, "'Cause I want you to know me. The whole point is to know me
Yeah.
as a person."
Yeah.
Oh
my god.
And then whatever. She does have a bless me, sorry. Oh my gosh. She does have a great line at the end. I was taking notes on the people person by person.
Mm-hmm.
And my notes on Jimmy, I have boo written down 3 times.
As you should.
He
sounds boo.
Just so you know.
I feel like there's no good man named Jimmy.
He's a male Scorpio.
Oh.
Too. He's the only one that I wrote down his star sign for, because he's the only one that said it.
Of course he did. As a Scorpio, I can contest. I also say I'm a Scorpio all the time.
But that's fine. You're a woman. Women are allowed to.
I am allowed.
Women and non-binary people are allowed to. Men are not.
Because now they know what it means, and they use it against us.
Yes. But, after you propose to your partner on the show, they do a first viewing, basically, where you're on 2 separate ends of this walkway, the doors open at the same time, and you see each other for the first time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Chelsea does pick Jimmy, which is unfortunate because she was between Jimmy and this dude Trevor, and I love Trevor.
Love a Trevor.
I hope he comes back. I hope he makes a comeback.
I hope so. If you like Trevor, I like Trevor.
But she picks Jimmy, whatever, we know that. When they do their first viewing, she runs over to him. He's kind of walking. They do a hug, and he turns them both in a way so he can look directly at the camera, and he's just making a face like, come on. Like, he's disappointed.
What?
And the episode is titled She Lied to Me, because he picked her because she said people told her she looks like Megan Fox. That is one of the only reasons he picked her.
What the fuck?
Is because to him, physical attraction is super important, which is fine if it is.
This is Jimmy?
Don't go on a dating show. This is Jimmy.
Of course.
Jimmy is the one saying this. Don't go on a dating show if you can't handle not being with a fucking 10 out of 10. When he himself is not a 10. I don't know if you know what he looks like.
I will look him up. But considering the fact that he didn't choose someone because of one characteristic of her life, and now he chose someone because of one characteristic that she said, that is insane.
Yeah. But no, he basically says...
Oh, he got a...
Well, I don't know if he says. From what I saw, he does absolutely regret choosing Chelsea because he feels she lied to him. I can see the resemblance. She does look like there.
Megan Fox.
Thank you. She does. It's not a perfect resemblance,
no.
but her facial features are similar.
But like, if you covered her mouth, I would think that's Megan Fox. Her eyes are and her eyebrows. Like, everything there, she does look like Megan Fox. She has a bit of a wider head, I would say, but like, besides that is Megan Fox to a T.
Yeah. So, like,
that's insane. That's insane, actually, how much she looks like Megan Fox.
Right? And he was pissed because he called her a liar.
Girl, she said she looked like Megan Fox, not that she is Megan Fox.
Yeah, she even said herself that she doesn't see it and she doesn't believe it.
Well,
but
Jimmy is a fucking idiot.
Jimmy is an idiot. Jimmy did also get mad at Chelsea because she is divorced once over, and he treated it like she committed a crime. I do also want to point out that he referred to having sex as smushing.
Oh, interesting. Also, I'm going to say this. He looks like the type of guy who would say he looks like a celebrity, but it's obviously like a sports or like an athlete. Like, I don't consider them celebrities.
Oh, absolutely not. They're not celebrities.
No, that's what, but I assure you that is what he meant.
I think he looks like somebody that we went to school with that I cannot remember the last name of, and I'm sure you don't remember them at all.
No,
which is fine.
I don't.
But I don't think that he is attractive enough to be disappointed in somebody else's looks.
Was he in the military?
Because he doesn't say that. I do believe he's a software salesman.
Oh, of course he is.
Yeah, that's another thing. All of the people on the show, I swear to you, they have fake jobs. But now, because of the TikTok, I was going into this thinking that Jimmy was going to be the villain. Let me tell you, was I wrong?
Mm-hmm.
I need you. Do you still have your phone out?
I do.
Look up Matthew from Love season 6.
Is blind. I would like to also say Jimmy did post like an actually like heartfelt Instagram post about Chelsea.
There's rumors that he had a girlfriend the entire time he was on the show.
But I will say, if that's not the case, it's a pretty good Instagram post. But I always feel like they really cut up the drama.
Oh, 100%. The editing, their editors are evil.
Yeah. Like,
but they're good at their jobs. Like, they're good at what they're supposed to do. Sorry, it's not just the editors, it is the producers making the decisions. Yes. The editors just do the work.
But I do
let me rephrase.
Feel like at some point I feel like they're just getting actors to go on and just do a thing.
100%. I actually believe the one dude Clay is an actor, but did you look up Matthew?
I did. Matthew looks like he is doing taxes.
He is a wealth advisor.
That makes sense.
He's 36 years old.
He looks old, yes.
He went in to every date. He had a written list of 15 questions.
I see.
And he would ask, okay, fine.
Fair enough.
He'd ask the girl to pick a number and he would give them the corresponding question. So his first date that they showed was with Jessica. She picked a question that was like, what are the qualities you look for in a partner? Or what qualities do you bring to a relationship? Something like that. And she answered, and then she asked him, well, what about you? And turned the question back on him. And he went, I thought I was going to be the one asking the questions. I didn't think they were going to be turned around on me. And then he awkwardly laughed, and he got up and he walked out of the date.
What? Bro,
yeah.
You would think that you would be, like, he is giving a zero effort. He was like, I'm going to go on to BuzzFeed, and I'm going to look up some questions, I'm going to write them down, and then I'm not going to even think about it. When you're ready... When you're thinking of questions, you're usually supposed to be thinking of questions that you already have answers to.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not...
But no.
Oh, boy.
And in his little... Because they do the little one-on-ones with the person in the camera. In his little one-on-one after this, he says, talking about my emotions, I don't think that's not an area I excel in. I don't talk about myself. So then his second date, he goes in, same thing with his 15 questions. I don't remember what the question was.
Not to break you off, but apparently the girl he was talking to posted an Instagram because she had her asks open, and someone asked, did Matt actually walk out with you mid-conversation? And she said, no, he didn't, but I'll let Matt speak on it, and that we're good.
Yeah, no, the first one definitely... Was that Jess?
It looks like Sarah.
Okay. Because I mean, we just have to go with what the edits show.
Yeah.
I think Sarah was the second one where he asked a question and how the editing made it look was that she was taking too long to respond.
That's crazy.
And he was
I get that they're supposed to make it dramatic, but like...
Yeah, but they put on his point of view from it that he was huffing and puffing. He was like, oh my god. And that he just got up and walked out while she was talking. But then it's confusing from the audience standpoint too, because he walks out and then they film her and she's going, hello?
Yeah.
Are you there?
But I can...
And he's not responding.
Yeah, I can imagine that they took her thing from the first, like, the beginning of the conversation. And then, like, he wasn't in the room yet, and then they just did whatever. I don't know. I love reality TV shows, but I fucking hate that shit. After Hannah B's season of The Bachelorette, I was like, oh my god, I can't stand.
Oh, yeah.
Because they weren't even just editing. They brought back someone who was actually severely dangerous to Hannah B.
Yeah.
And
I just watched a super in-depth video on the season.
Is it Miss Ma'am who I was watching? I watched her do one.
I don't know. I genuinely don't remember who it is. I just see videos come up in my recommended anymore, and if they seem interesting, I'm watching them.
I think I know exactly who, because I literally watched the same video because I follow her. Let me see. Keep talking and I'll find it.
Okay. But yeah, Matt does not get a good edit at all, and it's fair. Now, he does say in one of his one-on-ones that this is a direct quote now too. He said, "Superman was cold in the beginning too." And that's his excuse for not being good at first impressions.
Superman's parents were dead.
No, Batman's parents were dead. Superman is the alien baby that had adopted parents on a farm.
I know nothing about Superman. That's what I'm learning. Ashley Norton.
Hey, that's okay.
Is the person who probably did it.
Yeah.
Yes. Ashley Norton.
I know that name. But yeah, Matthew, however, I will say he does the one girl that he completely opens up to that they're showing. Again, this is the editing making you perceive something because they're really only showing Matthew getting along with one girl. Her name is AD. AD, I love.
AD.
A little fact about her is that she has an irrational fear of birds pecking her brain out.
So fair. She probably saw the movie Birds.
So fair. It's so fair because I genuinely do get a little afraid if I see birds in a large group like swarming above my head.
I don't know. I never think about birds enough.
I think about birds too much.
I just don't think about them.
But yeah, so to finish up the map, because I wrote way too many things down for him. He made AD feel super secure, super loved, super heard. He said all of these very sweet things to her. And then after her date, like one of the things he said to her was, my biggest accomplishment in life was finding you. And then he was asking about her dad because he wouldn't feel comfortable proposing if he didn't ask her dad. But her dad unfortunately passed a year before. So their date finishes, she goes back into the women's quarters, and this woman, Amber, has also been dating Matt. We have seen none of those dates. They show Amber in a big group with all the girls. AD is there as well, and AD just came out of her wonderful date with Matt, and Amber is saying all of the exact same things that Matt just said to AD, except he said them to Amber.
Oh my... He's two-timing. He's saying all the shit.
Yes. And then the next day, when AD goes in and confronts him for that, because she didn't tell Amber that he just said all the same things to her. She didn't say that to him at first. But she goes in and she's basically like, hey, what the fuck? And he starts going on this rant about how America loves an underdog and all of America is watching and he thinks that they're rooting for him.
Oh,
nobody's rooting for you, baby.
God. And the editors made sure of it. The editors made sure of it.
To make a long story short, AD does end up telling Amber that Matt said all of the same things to her and that she confronted him, and it basically just turned into a big mess. Amber, who has only been interested in Matthew at this point, decides to just cut her losses and go home. Like, she's so hurt by
So
that.
fair.
And then AD goes back to Matt either later in the day or the next day, and he's totally distraught because he heard that she left. And he's like, I'm assuming she left about me because of me, because I did that to her.
Yeah.
And AD is like, well, that's awfully audacious of you to assume it's about you.
Mm-hmm.
And so he ends up walking out.
Good.
He leaves. He goes home.
Good.
And his final words are that he's going to get Amber. He's going to find Amber.
Excuse me?
So I think they're going to come back later in the season.
Crazy. Fucking
now,
crazy.
To go back to Jimmy and Jessica, we know Jimmy doesn't choose Jessica. When Jimmy, and now this is the fucked up thing too, because Jimmy was actively saying that when Jess and him are living together, when they get a house, when he meets her daughter, he was being very first person and proactive in the way that he spoke to her. And then he ended up choosing Chelsea, as we know. When he broke up with Jess, though, her final words to him, at least as was shown in the edit, was when you see and realize what you missed out on, you are going to choke. You are going to need your EpiPen to open your airway because you are going to choke.
God damn. Girl, write a book.
I love wording. Her. It's so hard to not root for her because she is like she does, I think, get a good edit. She definitely looks like she could be very mean girl, but she's just so,
she's honest.
Like, she loves her.
She's very honest.
She is open. One of the reasons Jimmy doesn't pick her is because she's not, I mean, she's a single mother. She's not a pushover.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because she has to think about her kid. You.
Yes, and she's very independent, she's very mature, and she is expecting that from a partner.
Absolutely.
And he wants somebody to baby him and coddle him.
Yeah.
And tell him everything's going to be okay. And she's not that girl, and she says that to him.
Absolutely.
So she goes home.
Good. Good for her.
But I do, so far right now, I'm at episode 4. I just finished episode 4 again. I love her. If you still have your phone open, I would like you to look up Trevor.
Love is Blind.
When he is first introduced, he's so cute.
Himbo.
He is so cute. Himbo. He's huge. He's so muscly.
He is so cute.
And in his introduction, like, one of the first things he says is that he's excited to be in a dating atmosphere where people aren't going to see him and immediately perceive him as dumb or less intelligent because of how
I just called him a himbo. I'm so sorry, Trevor. You're probably very smart.
He does kind of give himbo energy, like, I do have to say that, but it's not so much that he's like, he seems less intelligent. He's so sweet and he's so nice.
And I hate that niceness is perceived as 2 dogs. Of course he does.
He has 2 dogs.
He's so cute.
And he has a mullet.
I see.
He's super funny.
He looks like a car salesman, though. Like, I feel like this man would sell me a car. He'd be on the ad.
I don't remember what his job. He's 30 years old.
He's got 2 big dogs.
Yes! So, he loves Chelsea. He is obsessed with Chelsea. That's the only girl that he wants, and he tells her
he's
that.
He's a project technician for Cardinal Health.
Yeah. Like, I love him. I want nothing but the best for him. Oh my god. Genuinely.
He's so cute.
Oh, another thing about Chelsea, I feel like she might be a Swiftie because she had those little friendship bracelets on.
Chelsea, Love is Blind.
And I know she's the Megan Fox one.
Oh, yes.
I know that's a big T Swift thing. But yeah, I just figured I'd let you know since you love some Swiftie.
I do, but Taylor Swift has been getting on my nerves, so I have been distancing myself.
Okay, you've renounced. Oh, there's another girl, Sarah Ann. The only thing I have written down about her is that she has 4,000 followers on Insta, 31,000 followers on TikTok, and she's a pro-lifer.
Who?
Sarah Ann.
Oh my god. I was gonna say, if it's my girl Chelsea, I'm gonna have to denounce her.
No.
Oh boy.
Sarah Ann, I think she's dating Jeremy, but Jeremy is dating her and this other girl, Laura. Whatever. Jeremy, I have only 4 things written down about Jeremy. He fucks with Hawaiian shirts. That's a direct quote. He has 2 Roomba vacuums going in his house at any given time.
I love that.
He has sleep apnea. And when the topic of abortion came up with Sarah Ann, he said he basically said, like, I'm a man, that will never affect me. I shouldn't have an opinion. My opinion doesn't really matter.
So right, Jeremy.
That's a women's right thing. Absolutely
so right.
love Jeremy.
And he's cute too. A bit of a receding hairline, but still cute. But the thing is, I think he'd look good bald. That's what really kicks it. If you have a receding hairline and don't look good bald, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. There's another guy, Nolan. I don't even know who he is. They only showed him once, and the one time that they showed him, he referred to his chest hair as taco meat.
Oh. Ew.
Which is unfortunate.
It is. Never say that again.
Yeah. I don't even know, like, what happened, what the context was, but yeah. He said, I have a lot of taco meat upstairs, and he was talking about his chest hair.
Oh.
The one couple that I think they're perfect for each other, they didn't really get much screen time other than, like, 1 or 2 dates and then the proposal, is Kenneth and Brittany. Kenneth is 25, Brittany's 24. Kenneth is a middle school principal. Brittany was a school teacher. I don't know what she is now.
Aww.
They're both super religious, very active in their church. They got married. Well, I don't know if they got married, but they were the second proposal on the show.
They broke up.
They did?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
I hate that you're telling me that.
I hate that I am telling you that.
That's okay. He did, because when they do their first viewing, typically the man will get down on one knee and then re-propose when they have the ring.
Yeah.
When he re-proposed to her, he said, "Will you be my wife for real?"
Aw, that is cute though.
Yeah. I mean, of all of the couples that were on, like, throughout the seasons, only 8 of them have survived. Like, only 8 of them are still together today.
That's still pretty good, considering it's only 6 seasons
I think it's better than The Bachelor.
It is. There's only, like, 1 out of, like, 16. Technically, it would be, like, 30 seasons, considering Bachelor and Bachelorette. There's only 1.
Yeah.
And there's 6 seasons of Love is Blind, and there's 8 that are still around. That's pretty good.
Yeah. But, I mean, there's usually, like, in the first season, there were 6 couples total that made it to the altar. And I think only 1 or 2 of them are together. 2 of them are together still. I think season 2, I feel like either one couple's still together from season 2 or nobody's together.
Should I
from
apply
season
for
2.
Love is Blind?
Yes.
My next thing, and they're gonna be like, "What's your job?" And I'm gonna be like, "Guess. It's everything."
Social media manager,
graphic designer, streamer, podcaster.
Yeah. All of the above.
Oh, yeah. What's your job? Yes. Correct.
But yeah, as of episode 5, the only couples together are Kenneth and Brittany, Johnny and Amy, who are just super cute. Another one. Johnny made a song for Amy in one of their dates. It was whatever. Somebody's always got to sing.
I know.
And then Clay and our bird-fearing girl, AD. I think Clay is an actor. I think Clay is...
Now I gotta look at Clay.
I don't have good feelings about him.
Clay with a K or Clay with a C?
C.
Got it.
He admitted to having a huge ego. he admitted to not being good at commitment,
he's like the
or
wolf,
talking about
like
his feelings.
when you play the game Mafia, like one of you is like fibbing. I feel like this season has like someone who's fibbing, and it's Clay.
Oh yeah, he said that he's never watched the show, but he thought he'd apply anyway, and then he watched a couple snippets of the show and was like, "Oh, this is stupid. This is not for me."
Oh my
He
god.
asked AD, or he told AD that he wouldn't be able to propose to her unless she told him what she looked like, and she was like, absolutely
That's
fucking
not the
not.
point
That's
of the
not what this is
Oh my
about.
god.
But then she ends up going back to him and saying yes to him after she had the whole blow up with Matthew. But before this, when she said she did have a connection with somebody else and that it was Matthew, he freaked out to the point that he was doing circles, like running around in the pod, and like, "Man, that's not you! That's not you, AD! That's not you!" Like yelling at her. Oh my god. So, I don't have good feelings about them. I don't think they are going to last, which sucks because AD is great.
Mm-hmm.
At least from
I have information, but
no, you could tell me.
okay.
I really don't care.
Apparently they go to the Dominican Republic, and Clay gets really stressed out and does a couples counseling with AD. And apparently she said he was red flag after red flag after red flag. And I don't think they.
But she knew that.
Yeah, she
in the women's quarter. That's what she said. She's Mrs. Fix-A-Ho.
Yeah, and she said when he wanted to know the physical and what I looked like, I think that was very telling and a huge red flag. And she said she knew that from the beginning.
Yeah, but what I don't get is she is so attractive.
Yeah, but listen, sometimes you want to be the fixer.
Trust me, I know.
I know you know.
I am a certified Fix-A-Ho. I'm a mother.
I'm a mother. No drama. All drama.
No drama. But
she's very pretty. I don't know why she would do this. Miss AD.
I was genuinely really hoping that she was just gonna go home. But I feel like if one more person went home, the producers were gonna have everybody in breach of their contract and like fine them, because that's something that can happen.
Yeah. Honestly, at that point, get married for funsies, get divorced for the laughs and the giggles.
Yeah. But yeah, so part of me like does not want to I don't want to watch episode 5 because I know this is where Trevor's going to get rejected.
This is where I think everything goes down. I'm going to be real with you.
Yeah, probably.
It is. I think every article I've read, something bad happened in episode 5.
Yeah. No, it's bad. I'm so excited to watch the reunion because they don't film or no, the reunion should be released because typically they don't release the season until a year after so they can have the reunion.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I see.
I know season 4 was super messy.
Mm-hmm. I remember because we watched that part of it together, I believe. Like a very small part of it. Is that the one with, what's his name? Oh, the DJ.
No, that's season 2.
Oh, that's season. There's been how many seasons? Oh my god.
6. We're on 6.
Holy shit.
And I haven't watched 5, so I haven't talked about it in a while.
Yeah.
Season 1 I think will always reign supreme because it's the first time they did it.
I'm looking at how to get casted on Love is Blind.
But yeah, that's pretty much most of the notes that I took were about Matthew. Just because now my notes, I literally wrote, he got better, 2 exclamation points, and then he got worse, all caps. And then I knew something was wrong with him because anytime it showed him in the men's quarters, all the other guys that were around were like, "Oh, there's Matt. There's Matt. You think he's gonna talk to us today? There's silent Matt. Can never talk Matt." And, like, he dropped something once, and I think he dropped something, or he left something somewhere, and one of the other guys was like, oh, hey, here's your thing, and he just took it from them and walked away.
Oh my
No thank
God.
you, no nothing.
I would like to
He's so weird.
tell you that you have to upload a 15-second video. Obviously a selfie, a full body shot, which confirms the fact that they probably avoid plus size
They body
contestants.
check.
Yes, they do. They ask you if you want children in the future.
They just...
Okay.
Oh, she's back.
Yeah, I had to disconnect my internet, reconnect my internet, and it was fine.
Oh, I see.
Back to what I was saying real quick before we stopped going here.
Yes.
They do ask if you want children in the future, or if you have children, which is interesting.
Uh-huh.
Considering the information I was just given here. How long was your last relationship? When did it end? And how long have you been single? They definitely do more questions than they do for, like, The Bachelor or The Bachelorette.
Oh, yeah. Nick Lachey wants all the drama.
And one of the questions is, why are you a catch? I'm not. Thanks for asking.
Because I'm a
fish.
I'm a bluegill tuna.
I'm a big bass.
I'm a big fish.
What are your thoughts on the dating scene in your city? Awful. Bad. Horrendous.
Terrible.
Even.
I want to live in Roku City.
I do too. Your deal breakers? Are you open to dating someone who is divorced or has had children? Interesting.
They want to make sure you're open to everything or that you have bad opinions.
Would any of your personal beliefs prohibit you from being open to entering into a romantic relationship with someone you met on a TV show? If that was the case, you would not be applying.
Yeah. Oh my god. I tell you what, I do love the Meet the Family episodes. Because most of the family is like, why are you doing this?
Why are you here? I would not. That's the only reason I think I could not do a dating show, is because it'd be like, Meet the Family. But
your mom?
I know. My mom would not be okay with it.
No.
But I know from The Bachelor, sometimes they just do, you can go, like, to your friends instead.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you don't have to
tour your hometown.
Yeah. Like, you don't have to
Where are you gonna show them the bones of McDonald's that aren't there anymore because it's a Mavis tire?
Yeah. Like, I don't know what I would show them. I'd just go, this is where I went to school. And this is the Dunkin' Donuts.
And this is the shop, right?
And that's it. That's it.
There's another coffee shop that's overpriced.
I could go to Scantron, I guess, because I did go to college in Scantron.
Uh-huh. And a lot of them do just go to towns that are close to their hometown. I've noticed that.
I could just lie.
You could.
I could just lie
just
about
lie
everything.
And say that your hometown is Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh. Yeah, I'm so interesting. I actually live in Pittsburgh. I'm so interesting. That's what a person from Pittsburgh would say.
Cool.
Cool. Oh my god. They're asking like 100 questions on this thing.
Oh, what about I'm sure it's an in-depth questionnaire.
What about this experiment appeals to you the most, and why? I like the fact that I can't see anything. I'm blind. In fact, you could say that my love could be blind.
Oh my gosh, I love that. I do want to ask you, how active have you been on TikTok recently?
Decently so.
Have you heard or seen anything about the sunroof hamster thing?
Huh? Sunroof hamster?
Sunroof hamster.
No. No, I'm not.
It has been all over my TikTok. I did not look it up, but I decided today that I would, just to see what it was, because I was so confused. I don't know the origins, but it's basically where a man will lay on the top of his car and stick his dick through the sunroof. partner, we'll treat it like the water straw on the side of a hamster cage.
I hate it.
I told that. I made the mistake of saying it to Bill and Will at work. Oh, I don't know if I should say their name. Whatever. I made the mistake of saying it to them at work, and they were like, I'm so glad I have a sunroof. And I was like, disgusting, actually.
That's so nasty. I would also like to tell you, there is a section where it says, how'd you find out about this casting? And it's I'm guessing these are the contestants. Because it's like Eliza, Chris, Claire, Donna, John, Johnny, Kimberly, Rebecca, Amanda, Chelsea, River, Megan, Lauren, Arian, Alyssa, Ethan, Joy, Nick, Olive, Rod, Skylar, Daniel, Stas, Other, or Cassie. Now,
Other or Cassie?
Yep.
Huh?
Excuse me? No last names.
Who are these people?
I don't know.
You're just friends with the producer?
Yeah. First name basis, you know me. My god. Please, you have to list references?
Oh, what are your references? Like your ex-boyfriends or girlfriends?
I'm guessing like friends, so they can call you. Or like coworkers or like something like that, to be like, so what do you know about so and so? How is she? Who is she?
Crazy.
That is insane. They ask you about like dates if they conflict. What is the? It just. That's insane.
That is so funny.
There's so many questions, and then that one name scroll down list is crazy.
I think you just pick a random name and hope for the best.
I learned from
That's
Megan.
actually who
Megan
you
is
marry.
on the list. So I just found out from myself.
Yeah, I mean, you are Megan. There's no last name, so they can't really tell you that it's not you.
It's me. I'm on the list. Like, how did you find out about the show? Why would there be other options besides the show?
Yeah, like other than random first names and other. Why is Cassie under other?
Oh, it's other, and then the next option is Cassie. I don't know why other is before Cassie.
I know, that's what I mean.
Oh, I don't know. It's not even in alphabetical order for me to be like, oh, well, maybe. No, it's just...
Yeah,
there it is.
C comes before O. That's so silly.
It is. That is the silliest, like... that there's so many questions, and then to be like, list references. 3 references, mind you. Like, not even just one. I can't just list, like, you. I have to list you and 2 other people.
I guess they want to prove that you have more than one friend.
Oh, well, I'm out, so. I only got you. Maybe I could get the Twitch people to vouch for me.
Hey, maybe.
But I think we have to end this episode here.
We are at an hour
casting.
30.
We are. So thank you everyone for listening to this episode of Sunday's podcast. Check out the stream. It's under Sunday stream.
Probably linked on the YouTube in the description. Can you link it in the Spotify description?
Spotify?
When you... aren't you posting these on Spotify?
Yeah.
Can you link...
You can't link things in the description. I'm probably just gonna throw in the app.
Oh, you can in YouTube.
Yeah, you can in the YouTubes, but not in the Spotify. So I'll put the username in the description, but it's just Sunday stream, much like the Sunday's podcast.
Yeah. Go hang out with Megan while she plays Nancy Drew. And if you do care about Love is Blind, I think you should tell me how you feel about it in the comments.
message me and give me your number so I can put it down as my reference.
If you want to be a reference while she applies to Love is Blind.
If you would like to see me in my hundreds of jobs, new job, a contestant on Love is Blind, I'd appreciate it. I love you.
I love you.
Thank you, listeners, for watching. Goodbye.